four-time Miss Olympia Jay Cutler. Welcome to my channel, Jay Cutler TV, and make sure to stay in tune with the newest and updated videos. Subscribe below, guys. Thank you so much for following along.
All right, we got Dave Max 6, and we are at the iconic Firehouse restaurant in Venice, and this is Muscle Beach TV. And today I have the great pleasure to have one of my favorite guests to have on the show, Calum Moger. Calum, welcome to Muscle Beach on Jay Cutler TV.
Thanks, Dave. Cheers, mate. Good to be here.
It's really cool to have you. I like to brag all the time that Calum was one. I was actually one of the first ones to interview Calum when he first came to the state. He didn't have anything at the time. He had his suitcases. Some clothes, and look what happened to this guy today. He's like, you know, one of the most iconic people on YouTube. His Instagram is off the hook. Very, very successful. Just did the movie Bigger. We're going to talk about all that stuff. So I'm really glad to have you on the show today.
Thanks, Dave. No worries. Cheers.
So Calum, you took your time to actually come here, to meet with us today to shoot this for Jay. And I want to kind of go back a little bit on, everything that you've accomplished so far since you've been in the United States. You've done so much, it seems like, in such a period of time. First of all, I want to talk about bodybuilding. So recently, you started competing in the NPC. You start racking in the overall titles because that was going to give you pro status. I think you got 3, right? If I'm correct.
Yeah. I won the amateur in the Miss Universes?
The NPCs, yeah.
I won. I did 2 of those.
Okay.
I did the Ironman Games in November, and then like a month later, I did the Excalibur.
Right.
And that was at the end of 2016. Yeah.
Looked fantastic. You won easily, and you did obviously to get your pro status. And then as we were talking, I was asking you what's the next project, what's the next plan. You were like, well, there's got this movie project coming my way, and I think I'm going to do it. That seems like a good opportunity. And that movie project turned out to be Bigger, where you play Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Exactly. Yeah. So after those competitions, I was just kind of thinking which shows to do next, to which stepping stones I'd have to take to get onto, because the goal was, compete at the Mr. Olympia in the classic division. So, and then I got approached to do the audition for Bigger. So Steve Jones hit me up, and I did the audition, and he was pretty he was satisfied, and he wanted me to play Arnold in that. So that kind of switched my focus. Yeah. So I spent that year, the 2017, it was just training and building up, and then mostly to get more. I had a lot of travel and stuff, so it was difficult to find a good time to do any shows. Yeah. But the focus was to get into shape by November. Yeah, November was when we started filming. So I just wanted to put on mass and try and look kind of like the old school Arnold from the 70s. So you prepared very well for that role. Not only you trained really hard, but you also had a speech therapist to basically help you with the accent, all that stuff. I saw the very first premiere for a select few here in Los Angeles. You weren't there, but yeah. Sergio was there. I was actually there on set to see you shoot. Remember? I was there when you shot that 1970 Mr. Olympia. Yeah. Remember that? Yeah.
Alabama.
yeah, exactly. Alabama. That was good. Awesome. with Sergio. Yeah. That was good fun. It's kind of almost like the real thing. That's but right. Just a lot of waiting around and.
You did a really good job on the accent. Did you see any, a little tidbit of what you did? Do you know what you look like on screen? Have you seen anything at all?
I've seen some clips. They've sent me a little bit, mostly of the show. I haven't really seen any talking. I did see a private screening. So.
What did you think when you saw yourself on the screen?
I don't know, Yeah, I think it was pretty good. It was fun. I enjoyed it.
Do you like to see yourself on screen or no?
Not really.
Oh,
No,
really?
I don't really care. No, no.
I thought you did such a good job,
Yeah,
man.
it's good, but I let other people enjoy it. You know, I think I like doing it. I like performing, and then I kind of get a little bit shy. You know, when I see it. So
You gotta get over that, man, because you're gonna be. Jay told me, a long time ago when he first, saw you, he said this kid's gonna be very, very. Either he's gonna be Mr. Olympia in men's class and physique, or he's gonna be a big star in the movie. It all depends now where he's gonna shift his focus. And when I spoke to Jay this morning on the phone, he told me, make sure to ask him what is his focus now. What does he want to do? Since he did bigger and he's obviously very, talented to do bodybuilding. Where do you see yourself go in the long run? Do you know?
It's a good question. It's something that I often think about. But at this stage, so right now, my primary focus is getting my health back to, 100%. And it's the physical therapy, making time and getting my body patched up and healed so that, that has to come first before anything else, And then I'll see, because I don't like to say, oh, you know what, I'm still going to do this, I want to do that, because my vision, I can sometimes I can, like, it just depends what the opportunities are, where I'm at the time. I'd love to. I'd love to get up on stage and compete again. Bodybuilding has always been my passion. It's always been something that it's second nature. It's what makes me happy, training. So that just it's just a part of my life that I love and I enjoy. However, it's never been something that has been like overpowering or that I need to. It's not something that I've let kind of control.
It's positive in your case.
Yeah. And I've always liked to have room for other things. So, the goal is right now to get the physical therapy done. I'm planning on getting a surgery done in September on my bicep. And then that's going to be another 3 months of physical therapy for my arm till that'll bring us to the end of 2018. So by 2019, I want to start my bodybuilding again, just training, some better training, but using this time now, between now and then, to get into the acting school, some classes and do that. And so just be prepared, kind of prepare myself so that, right now I'm a lot smaller than I was when I was, I've been really big and I've been 30, 40 pounds heavier than I am now. So it's interesting. I'll see what happens. It might be that being this shape and size can pick up more roles, more opportunities in different areas. So I'm just going to take it as it comes. I'm not
Keep your options open.
Yeah, exactly. I'm ready for whatever. I like to be ready, not just I don't like to be just completely focused on one thing, and unless that was all I cared about. Yeah. If it was just like, this is my goal, life dream is to just get up and win one Mr. Olympia title, or in the classic, then that would be simple. But there's always been more for me. I've always needed to go a bit further. I love competing, but we'll just see what happens. So.
Also, the movie's not out yet. It's just about to be released, in general release. So first, I think they're going to go to Cannes Festival, Sundance, all that stuff. So once that movie come out, who knows what kind of door that's going to open for you?
Exactly, yeah. So I just spoke to Steve the other day. So they're planning, he's going to pitch it to the Toronto Film Festival.
Wow, nice.
And then they're planning on the Olympia weekend. So the 9th, the 30th.
That's awesome.
Yeah, 13th. That weekend, red carpet, all that screening in Vegas. Out there, and then a week later they're gonna have it released over all nations.
That's a scoop, I think, you guys, because I've never heard that anywhere. So.
So yeah, that's it. So Olympia weekend is the release of the bigger movie.
How cool is that?
Yeah.
All right. So. Well, it sounds like to me like you're going to make good use of the time off from the gym that you have, and at least it's going to be something purposeful and positive, and you're actually not going to waste your time waiting home for to be able to hit the gym again.
No, I can't do that. I've had I had a few 6 weeks where I was just completely almost going insane. I was like kind of a prisoner in my own home. Yeah. So I need to stay active, stay busy, or just I just want to just push forward. And just see what I can do with my career, and it's just about finding. It's the thing that I found that helped me a lot was because I was focused on what I couldn't do. I was always thinking about because I wanted to just train, I wanted to go to the gym. And I kept thinking about what I can't do right now, but instead you have to focus on what you can do. So right now, what I can do is help myself get better, and and maybe develop in different areas. So that was my
Get
train
more
of thought.
skills in different areas.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Just do what you can do, and prepare yourself. So
That sounds like a good plan. All right, I want to talk a little bit about your behavior. We have to talk about it.
sounds like a parent.
So listen, everyone knows you have all the tools in the world. You have the looks, you have the talent, obviously, not only in bodybuilding, but you proved it in the movies to become a big star, either in pretty much anything you want, either in, obviously on YouTube, you're a celebrity, you're doing great. Everything that you touch seems to be turning to gold. So a lot of people are asking, with all these gifts and all that talent, why is he doing the things that he does? Why is he hurting himself in the gym? And that, granted, that was a freak accident and stuff. But then, after that, you get better, and then you go jump off that cliff and almost kill yourself. So let me ask you this question: do you see yourself as a modern era James Dean, or what is the deal with all that?
I don't know. I get a bit of a thrill out of the risks, I guess. I don't know. Honestly, the cliff accident, that was a freak accident. Jeez.
I'm sorry to put you on the spot, but everybody wants to know, because they're like,
Yeah.
I don't get this guy, man. If I had his body, his talent, I would never do that. You know what I mean?
It's just the thing. I just don't like to. I just like to think that whatever I can. I'm not afraid to try anything. That's my problem.
It is a
You know,
problem.
it's a problem. It's like if someone goes, "Oh, why don't you try this?" If someone says you can't do that, I'll say, "Yeah, I can," and I'll do it. So my brother goes, "Oh, let's go do this." I've never done it before. I had no idea. He's completely trained. That's what he does for his work and stuff. And he gave a full safety, demo for it, everything. And mind you, I was shitting myself. I was like, I'm not going to chicken out.
It didn't look like you were scared at all. On the video.
On the inside, I was shitting.
You hide it well.
Yeah. I do.
Okay.
But I was definitely nervous. But I thought, you know what, it's going to be fine. I've got my brothers here. I'm on a rope. And I just thought, you got to try everything once, almost. It's a risk. To me, it's like the little bit of scare makes you feel alive.
Oh my God! You're scaring me, dude, by telling me. Oh,
So,
the food's coming. We're gonna pause it there. Can you pound on that food? Look at that. What's coming?
so now, after losing quite a lot of weight, it's my priority is to try and put it back on. Boom. So I got some eggs, sausages, bacon, pancakes, and then I'm gonna eat his setup too.
Yeah. See what happens. You reach over here.
Fighting for the straps.
All right, Calum. We just finished. We just killed that food, and that was very nice. We're gonna resume the interview.
Yeah. I can think more now.
So I want to talk a little bit about that downtime you had in the house. Where you couldn't do anything. You told me that you basically for 4 weeks you were laying in bed, couldn't do nothing. What did you do with your days during that time?
Yeah, so pretty much it was the first 4-6 weeks was a rough patch. I had a lot of time. I was playing gaming, watching TV shows, programs, and I had a lot of time to think about things and just kind of process everything. So it was but mostly I noticed that because up until that accident, life seemed to be moving really fast. I felt like I was on a roller coaster. I felt like everything was happening so fast around me, and I was, booked to go here, do this appearance here, travel around here. I had a lot going on, and I was like, damn, everything's going so fast, and I kind of a little bit anxious. I kind of feel like I was missing out on a lot of things, in a sense. And then this accident, after the accident, everything got stopped, put on hold, and and then having an injury and laying in bed for weeks, and not being able to do those things makes life slow right down, steady pace, and then I can suddenly, I can appreciate the time, and it's kind of nice to see how, I feel like, there's a lot more time in the day, and there's a lot more, time to think about things or prepare or plan for things down the track. Exactly. Yeah.
It's amazing when I think about your life, and just a short 4 years ago, we were saying you just got here, and it seems like you've accomplished so much already, and but like you said, when you're this popular and you're this busy all the time, even though you feel productive, you also feel like your life is just passing you by. You don't really get to enjoy it. That's what you're saying?
Exactly, yeah. So when I was living down close to the goals, every day is get to the gym, go fight traffic, go and do this stuff, and it's just before you know it, you're in bed and it's the next day. And then now it's like, I've got this a whole lot more time to just kind of sit back, enjoy, a bit more balance, but so yeah.
Who were there for you? I'm sure that when this happened, you probably realize who were your real friends and who weren't.
Yeah,
who was there for you? Do you want to say thanks, or maybe talk about some of those?
I had. It's amazing, who comes out and really backs you up when you're in your lows and stuff. And I had friends from home. I had my mom, Steve.
She came by.
Mom came over for 2 weeks, dropped everything. She's always busy taking care of my dad, so she dropped everything, came over. Of course, my friend Steve, Frank. I had James, Miggy. I had Stan and Sergi. These guys come up and visit me. And you guys and a lot of the Gold's Gym community, everyone's sending me messages, and it was honestly, it was very uplifting. And it's the guys that came in and make the effort and make sure you're all right every day. It goes a long way, because they kind of pull you out of the dark little hole that you don't want to be sitting in too long. So I can't thank these people enough, and they really kind of lift the spirits when you need it. So I've got Jay and stuff. I got messages from him, and he's super busy all the time. But just one little message just makes me feel so happy. And then of course I have all the fans and the followers. They offer me unbelievable support. There's some people I never even heard of, never speak to. They'll send me messages, emails, cards, everything. And something like they'll huge letters, and it's so nice to read that and see how much this, like they tell me how much impact that I've made on their lives, and they want to see me get well. That kind of just fuels the fire for me to motivate me to get better. So it's
not to brag, but just why don't you tell me how many followers you have on Instagram and Facebook and stuff? Do you know on top of your head?
I know on Instagram is like 2.8 million, so it's almost to 3, yeah. And Facebook, I don't know. I think it's like 2.5 or something, maybe similar. And then we've almost got, I think, almost 600, almost 700 700,000 on YouTube.
How do you explain people? You have so many fans. How do you explain that? Do you know?
Not really. I mean,
Just lucky.
Yeah, I think I guess I at the start, a couple of years when I came out here and just doing all the things. I was competing, I was doing expos, traveling around, and doing different magazines and just doing as many different things as I could. But ultimately, I think everyone appreciates the genuine and authenticity that they see, and just to be yourself. No one wants to see people trying, trying to be someone they're not. So I've always just trying to keep it just what you see is what you get. And it's great. People. There's no. I really don't put on any kind of crazy acts. So I think people just like seeing that, and they like watching my lifestyle. Yeah. I don't like to live this very rigid. I like to live a pretty. Sometimes can be a little bit chaotic life, but it keeps it interesting, Yeah. So, and then I think I guess it's about what you give out. What people see value, they find value in what you put out there. So when you're I put out training and tips and my physique and bodybuilding, I'm going to have people that respond to that. Yeah. And then I have a passion for motorbikes, so people will like to see the motorbikes. Yeah. And then I like animals and stuff, so people like the animals. And then
you got a brand new dog.
Yeah, I got a little puppy dog, a little Rex, a little T-Rex. So everyone they'll see what they relate to, and then they'll follow you for the impact or whatever it's inspiring them or motivating them.
I gotta ask, because I'm sure so many people say, "Well, I want to be like this guy." So what is he doing? So it's not really a secret. I guess you're just being yourself.
You're being yourself. You're sharing your lifestyle, and they kind of sometimes people will have their lives, or they can sort of live sometimes vicariously through what you're doing, and they say, "Oh, you know what? I like that lifestyle." They kind of apply certain things that they like to get. We all do that. You see things, you see styles, you see
Someone's
stuff.
motivating you. For
motivating for whatever. Exactly. Yeah, training, anything. Yeah.
You've been reading all the comments, and a lot of people have sent you, good wishes and letters and all that stuff. But there's a flip side of that too, and I'm sure you probably write a lot of comments that are not so flattering and not so nice. How do you feel about those?
I don't even care. I don't think twice. Like honestly, it doesn't bother me. I don't really.
You got a thick skin?
Yeah. Like I don't. Really, I honestly, like people say whatever, like you fucking idiot. Oh, sorry, I probably can't swear.
That's okay. We can't swear on Jake on the TV.
Like they'll say all sorts of profanities, like all sorts. But you know what? At the end of the day, that's their opinion. I don't care. They're entitled to it. But I got pretty thick skin, you know. All that matters is what my mates and my friends and shit think about me. So I don't. Yeah, you know. So it's fine.
Usually, well, you do understand that, you know, a lot of people who do like you were worried about you and were concerned, you know. So
that's
I think a lot of times, you know,
they're the comments that matter. They're the people that kind of, you know. So exactly, they're the ones that I do, you know, want to make sure that they understand that I'm going to be all right. And
so we're gonna have you for many more years, right?
Yeah.
I got you on tape, so you can't lie. Now you have to be good.
I'm going to be good for a few years. Yeah.
All right, Calum, I really want to thank you for coming here today, all the way from your house in Malibu, coming to eat with us and do this for Jay. I know he really appreciates it. And you brought your guy also from YouTube, so we're going to have it on both channels, you guys, Calum's YouTube as well as Jay Color TV. And I wish you the best for the future, man. I'm a big fan of yours. I really like you as a friend, and I don't want anything bad to happen to you. So understand that the people that are in your life who do like you as friends, they want you to stick around, you know, because we know you have all this potential and all this great future, and they would be ashamed to lose you. So please be careful.
I will. Thanks, Dave. Yeah, for sure.
Dave Max 6 for Jay Color TV with Calum Von Moger, and we're out.